which
You
is
said
why
you got married at
19.
2 years later? Where'd you meet your husband at?
So I was
School?
working at this kids party place, and I became close with this girl, and she was really to herself, and she had like at the time 4 kids, and like she was like seemed so independent, like wanted to do things on her own, and like I was always like, my mom can give you a ride back, like I'll give you, you know, because we were so close in age, but the only difference was she had all these kids. And then I come to find out she's married, she has a husband. Well, her husband's brother is who I ended up marrying. I met him, and he was like a real nerdy at the time, like really skinny, nerdy looking, light-skinned dude with glasses. And I don't know, I was just so interested, like I just wanted to talk to him. And we started dating, and literally a year went by, 1 whole year. And
That's enough for me. It's time to lock it in.
Well, I was working. I worked a lot, and he would keep a job every now and then. But I remember
Every now and then, it's crazy. Keep going. My bad. Ignore me.
I have to remember. I'm not trying to make these people sound bad. Like, this is people still in my life.
I mean, this is just your story. You know?
Yes, it's my truth. So he would work a little bit, you know, and I would work a little bit, but I would work a lot of bit. And then he told me he was going to go to the military. And I think that's why he resents me to this day. I'm sorry. Love you always. That's not why I married him, but that's why I married him so early.
He's like, we're going to get that military.
Yes. And in his mind, it was like, you only married me because of I'm like, I only married you that early because you said that I loved you. I would have just waited if you didn't say that.
But in the military, you get paid more if you're married.
Yeah, so but then he ended up, long story short, he ended up not doing it.
You got married before he went.
Yep. And my dad, I remember too. Remember, I have a very strict father. So I wasn't 19 yet. I was 18 years old. And I was telling him, it was almost my birthday. I was telling him we were going to get married. And I remember standing right in front of him. I even took a few steps back because I was like, this man's going to hit me in my face. Because I told him I was getting married. And he goes, I didn't give you permission. And that's when I took my few steps back. And I was like, I'm not asking you. And yeah. So anyways, he didn't hit me. And we ended up going to the courthouse, and my dad actually came and paid like the little $70. And so I think that's why also like my parents like are disappointed too.
The dude?
The dude was nice, but then just I get it now as a parent, as an adult, like so.
Nobody good enough for my baby too.
Yeah, he was nice. And why are you getting married at 19? And also the thing is, he met me when I was 17, almost 18, right before my 18th birthday. And he was 21. So maybe that was kind of red flag to them too. Just things I didn't realize or see as a kid as like an issue.
So when do you start, what was your first creative, because you said SFX.
So look, so that happened right away. So we got married. He didn't go to the military. I kept working. I remember I was like driving a pink moped to Ross, like to go to work, and stocking in the back. I'm pregnant.
You worked at Ross?
Yes.
Okay.
But then one day.
Why did you not? Never mind.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, why you didn't have a car? Why you have a moped?
Because I had to pay all the bills. This man wasn't going to the military. Cheaper? Yeah, it was like $5 to fill up the tank, and that thing lasted us for like 2 weeks.
I rode a motorcycle. That $10 used to,
Wait,
I feel you.
Riding on the moped with you?
Sometimes. And then he would take it to the gym. I'm so sorry if you see this. You don't even talk to me to this day. Love you. We made a beautiful child. He would take the pink moped and go see bitches at the gym. No. I was so dumb.
Was he getting swole or was he just... Damn.
He was playing basketball.
Damn.
At 24-Hour Fitness. And then, and mind you, this is when I started, I believed that everything was going to be okay because we were also part of this little cult. Like on Sundays, I would take him to this church.
Oh, he was in the cult too?
He was with it. He was with me until I wasn't. But yeah, it was the whole thing. Like I was taking us to church on Sundays. I ended up getting a cash car. I got a really, really old 1998 Corolla.
There you go, you was hustling.
I did whatever I could, okay? And then while I was pregnant, because I'm skipping that part, I started taking us to church after we had the baby. Actually, no, we went a little bit before that too, because we were there while I was pregnant. But while I was pregnant, I was huge. I was the biggest I'd ever gotten in my life. And I was like, I asked my husband for permission to go out with these girls to a fashion show. This girl that I used to go to school with had invited me out for whatever reason. And she was like deep into church and stuff too. She was a Jesus freak like me. So that was something appropriate for us to do because we didn't go to the same church. So I was like, okay. And I went to this fashion show and I met, so let me say this. I had never seen a little person in my life, like up close and personal, but it was my photographer. It was my photographer who I'm locked in to this day, who's got me. Now. Yes, one of them. Well, shout out to Troy Thomas.
Shout out to Troy.
My current photographer is Oki. Shout out to Oki too, but I'm not talking about Oki.
I'm just laughing because that's not what I expected.
I know. I didn't expect it either. But so I was thrown off too because I was like a teenager, pregnant little teenager, just minding my business. And this gentleman, little person, don't do that. This little person, and that too has made me have like hella respect for them too, because I'm just like, he's so mature. Like I can't imagine
your whole life, bro. Imagine being in high school, like. You ain't no joke. I swear, I promise.
And that's why I say little person too, because I learned that from him too. He never got upset if somebody used the word bitch or whatever, but like I just was educated. He don't give a fuck, like you're saying, like it's his whole life, but it's like it educated me enough to know what's the more appropriate term to use. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't become his friend. I think I just picked it up from him saying it. Like that's what's more appropriate. You don't call them midgets. Like that's actually crazy. So this little person approaches me. He's got a camera in his hand. He's been taking pictures all night. And he's like, have you ever thought about modeling? I'm like, big ass stomach and everything. I'm like, no, not right now. Like, and anyways, we ended up becoming very close.
You have to send me a before and after to put on the screen. But keep going.
That's a huge difference. So, I tell him what I'm really interested in is doing makeup. Mm-hmm. And he pushed me so hard. He encouraged me more than anyone. My husband at the time, shout out to you, did too. They were my biggest supporters. And
are you already like doing like extensive looks for yourself and like friends and stuff like that?
Yeah. And so that's when he encourages me, like, yeah, come do it. So instead of always being in front of the camera, it became like
behind the scenes.
Yeah. So
did you like that better, or you like being in front of the camera better?
At the time with my big ass, I liked being behind the scenes. Loved it. I loved just doing other people's makeup and being able to say, I just went to this fashion show and I did everyone's makeup that you're looking at right now. Like I was happy.
Which
to
is
do
still
that.
an accolade. You don't have to be in front of the camera to have made some shit happen. You know.
Yeah. So I was behind the scenes for a really long time. It started off with local runway shows because of him. And I remember like the very first time I was so defeated because we did a charity event, which is I just came in and used all my makeup products on this whole event.
It was for free.
Yes. But
makeup products are pretty expensive, right?
Mm-hmm. Even if you're trying to like be on a budget, it's like still the amount that you have to buy to fill up a makeup kit to have everyone's skin tone and textures and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it gets a little costly, especially for I'm 19 at the time.
And you paying all the bills.
Yes, and I'm paying all the bills.
That's really why he was encouraging. He like, what you gonna do something to make it?
And you're right.
Go ahead, get out there.
You're right. And he was very, very encouraging all the time of my career. He really was.
Him not getting the job.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, mind you, one time, remember, Godbrother, Colt, encourages us both to get a job somewhere together. And we do, all three of us. And I remember my husband at the time was like, I'm just going to take a leap of faith and quit. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yes, I'm just going to take a leap of faith. I'll find something else. I'm like, please don't quit. Like, please don't quit the job. Like, stay with me. It's like, nope, it's a leap of faith. So, yeah, it was always something. But, yeah, I was paying the bills. And then this big...
And I just want to say to the people, faith without works is dead.
Amen.
You paying the bills, you flipping your 98, your Corolla, and you start with the SFX.
Yes. So this whole charity event, I feel so defeated, but that night I had passed out my cards to like everyone. Yeah, it's like mothers of children that are in beauty pageants and all kinds of stuff. So I feel so defeated because I done used all my products and all that stuff, but boom, immediately after that, bookings. Do you do children's face paint? Do you do this? And I'm saying yes to everything, of course. Do you do special effects makeup? Yes, I do. Do you do weddings? Yes. Do you do photo? Yep. I'm taking all the calls. I'm taking everything. And Troy Thomas, my baby, thank you so much. Like, because of him is where I got started, and I've been doing that for an income for the last decade. And then from there, of course, that got me into modeling. It got me into acting. It got me, because I was behind the scenes of music videos. I was behind the scenes of news interviews. I was behind the scenes of the runway shows. Just a lot of things.
You feel like that helped you build like a solid network of people?
Yes. But then I became inconsistent at some point because I was always trying to balance having entrepreneurship and a job.
Mm-hmm.
And so then like people would call me and I'd be like, oh, I'm at work right now. And they'd be like, at work? Doing what? Makeup? I'm like, no, like I'm at work, like at work. I was like selling car insurance. I was a preschool assistant teacher. Like I was always just trying to be able to afford everything for like me and my kid and my husband and while we were married. And yeah, but even as of now, like I want to say, what year was that? Last year, I randomly got like an office for my makeup and then realized everybody's gonna book me to be mobile.
Right.
Not everyone is.
Yeah, especially like because a lot of that stuff is like you said, like runways, like movies. Yeah, the office isn't really. I'm learning that the hard way, and this is a good lesson for any entrepreneurs out there. You want to keep your overhead as low as possible. So something like makeup, you might as well be mobile to where all you need is, I mean, you even need a chair.
Yeah, I would have a chair.
Wherever,
you don't have to. I realized that too. Like I invested in like, rest in peace, my mom. I had her get me, my grandma got me this like director's chair. I told her I needed one so bad, like to just be professional. But I realized like no matter where you go, there's gonna be a chair. You don't have to carry this big old director chair with you all the time. And you're rolling your makeup artist kit, like.
And then you're able to put more money into your makeup kit. Yeah, that's a hard lesson in entrepreneurship for sure. I feel like with like tattooing, we kind of, you can be mobile, but it's like,
what? Yeah,
somebody's gonna get an infection. Like,
what?
Be for real. It's so hard to be mobile and be completely sanitized because what are you coming in spraying down everything? You don't know what's been going on here. You don't like with this shop, like we only do tattoos.
Right.
We clean before and after the tattoos. We put everything in sharps containers. Like now you're coming into a foreign environment and you don't know what pet dander may be in the air that's gonna drop on your tat. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for us, but for a business like that, especially at first, it's like, yeah, you want to keep that overhead low. Just pull up on people. They want you to pull up anyway. It's probably less of a hassle. Like, I mean, like, imagine like a wedding, which is, weddings, they spend the most money. That's when you're spending the most money, you know what I'm saying?
And they do.
Even, you know, your dad came with the $70, you know what I'm saying? For the wedding, you spending the money. But who's coming to where you at and then going back to their wedding? Like,
correct.
If I'm
so I
not
always
mistaken,
had correct. So I would be there, and they would tip really well too. Like I'm just reminiscing. Like, yeah, it was nice. It was fun, and I'm really blessed because I'll look back on some of my work, and I'll remember just how happy I made a person. I'll be like, this was not my best work. And I'm like, but this person. It's also like your energy too. Like I had a passion for it, so like who I was different than who I am now. Like I think that's why I'm so inconsistent with makeup now too, because I really had a passion for it and making women feel comfortable and happy. And now I'm like, I don't want to do it because they're either going to be a bridezilla or most of my regulars, like people who can afford to have me on it every day. That's what ended up happening.
I just feel jaded because you've been doing it too long.
Yeah, but I moved away from doing like weddings and stuff. And I got greedy and I wanted the girls that could book me every day. But a girl that can book you every day is going to be like an escort or a stripper. Shout out to y'all, no shade. But their mindset is different. The way they treat you is different. Rather than like an eager bride who's so happy this is her special day. This bitch is like, I book you every day. I book you every day. I paid you yesterday and the day before that and all that. So today, yes, you can, I might not tip you, or just their just attitude was just so different. And I really realized like I wasn't just their makeup artist, I was their minion. Like, and that's how they treat anyone. Like from their hairstylist to their makeup artist to their stylist or whatever.
All right, y'all. So look, we just dropped the Patreon. That means access to this full interview early and other few interviews like it, as well as essentially an apprenticeship from me digitally. Now this Patreon is gonna have 2 tiers. The starter tier is gonna come with early access to full videos, behind the scenes content, tattoo and piercing quick tip, ad-free content, as well as information recommendation. That means any book, ebook, YouTube video, course, whatever I come across, what helps me is gonna help you. Now the second tier, that's only for the hustlers. That's gonna have access to everything I just mentioned, as well as in-depth tattoo videos with technique voiceovers. These are not time lapses. This is full 2, 3, 4 hours, however long it takes me to tat, you're gonna see all of it. We're also gonna have my Piercing 101 guide that's already up, my Piercing 102 guide that's on the way. I'm gonna drop the gems for the entrepreneurs. I'm gonna have things for clothing lines, manufacturers, how to speak with them, etc. I might even do some personal critiques for those trying to be tattoo artists. Be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the Patreon.